Hi friends, I am Madhu. In this video, we are going to talk about one more important topic, that is exponents and powers. In my previous videos, we talked about the topics like ratio proportion, percentage, profit loss, direct inverse proportion. Now our topic is some different, and it is exponents and power. It is also a very important topic. So before we get started with it, we will start with inspiring thought. So the thought for today is, if you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. This thought just says us that if you want to live an average life, you are living an ordinary life, you will never know that what amazing things you can do. You will never know your talents, in which things you can excel. So you have to stop living ordinary life, a average life that most of the people live. You have to discover your talents, you have to test your limits so that you can work on them, and then you will be surely successful when you work on your talents. And when you come out of an ordinary or a normal life and you do something different, then I'm sure you will be very successful in your life. So now let's quickly get started with our topic, that is exponents and powers. So in this chapter, mainly the thing is why we are dealing about the exponents. For example, there is a number 2, and in the question it is said that I have to multiply it 7 times or 10 times. So I will just keep on writing 2 into 2 into 2 and so on. Means if the question is asking more number of times we have to multiply, then it will take a lot of time, lot of energy, lot of space as well. So there is a way to write it shortly, that is, if I have to multiply 2 10 times, then I will write here 2 power 10. It means I have multiplied this 2 10 times. I have to multiply. So this complete is known as exponential form. Exponential form, or you can say power notation. This, when we write any number by the power, or this is known as exponent and this is known as the base. The number which is written at down, that is known as the base, and the smaller number which is written above, that is known as exponent or indices also, you can say. So this full, when we write like this any number, that is known as exponential form or power notation. So this full chapter is just about this exponential form. We will discuss their rules, their properties, and then we will do some questions. So friends, now we are going to discuss about one of the most important topic of this chapter. It is laws of exponents, or you can also say laws of indices, anything. This topic is, we are studying in 7th also, 8th also, 9th also, they are in some detail. So these are very important. This is a very important topic. There are nearly 8 laws of exponents. So the first one is x power m into x power n is equal to x power m plus n. Means x here, these two base is same here. There is a variable, we have given it as x. Now it is having a power of m, and then it is multiplied with the same number, but the power is different. So when the base is same and the powers are different and they both are in multiplication, then the powers will be added here. You have to remember it, that when we are multiplying any two number with same base, then we will add the powers. We have added here. For example, we have 4 power 3 into 4 power 2. So you can see base is same, that is 4. And now we have to add the powers. So 4 is power 3 plus 2. So when we will add 3 plus 2, that will be 5. So answer is 4 power 5. So you have to remember that when the base is same and the powers are there, we will add the powers. Here also we have did the same, base was same and we added the powers and we got the answer. And then we will multiply this 4-5 times and then we will get the respective answer. So the next law of exponent is x power m divided by x power n. See, the difference between the first one and the second one is, here they both were in the multiplication relation of each other, but here they both are divided. So just the difference will be, here the powers are added and here the powers will be subtracted. Just this much is there, that if the base is same and they are in division, then the powers will be subtracted, and when they are in multiplication, then they will be added. So here, for example, I have 5 power 2. So you can see here that base is same, that is 5. Base is 5, it is same. Here the powers we will subtract as they are in division. So 5 is equal to 5 power minus 2. This 5 minus 2 will be 3. So the answer is 5 power 3. It was also very simple, just the difference was we have subtracted the powers and we got the answer. And then when you will multiply it 3 times, you will get 125. That will be your respective answer. So this was the second law of exponent. So friends, now we have the other law of exponents. The third one is x power m divided by x power n is equal to 1 by x power n minus m. Here you have to understand, we will understand it by an example, where m is less than n. Means if for example, we will just take an example like 3 power 2 is there. It is divided by 3 power 6. So now, as I have discussed earlier, that when the base is same and they are divided by each other, then the powers will be subtracted. So according to the law, we will subtract the powers. 2 minus 6. Because 2 is written on the numerator side, so obviously it will come in first. So 2 minus 6 is minus 4. So it will be 3 power minus 4. Now what is the twist? That power is in minus, means negative power is there. Now there is one property that whenever any number is having negative power or there is minus sign with the power, we will do the reciprocal of the base. Here always there is 1 down of it. So when we will do the reciprocal, it will be 1 by 3 power 4. Means when we will do the reciprocal of it, power will become positive. But if there is any negative power with the base, we will do the reciprocal and then the power will become positive. We always have to make the negative power positive. So now when we will multiply it, we will get 3, we will multiply 4 times, then we will get 1 by 81. 1 by 81 we will get, and just there was the twist that when we are having negative sign, we will do the reciprocal and then we will get the respective answer. Next law of exponent is x power m bracket closed power n. Means there is a number that is x, it is having a power of m, and then that power is also having a power. So then both the powers will be multiplied here. When a number is having 2 powers, then the powers will be multiplied. X is equal to m multiplied by n. For example, I am having 3 by 2 power 4. Now there is a number 3. It is having a power of 2. But that 2 is also having a power of 4. Now we will multiply the powers. So 2 into 4 is 8. So it will be 3 power 8. So this is your answer, and then when you will multiply 3 8 times and you will get your respective answer. These were very simple laws of exponent. Here it was that when negative power is there, we will do the reciprocal, and when here the power is also having a power, we will multiply the powers. So friends, now we have the other laws of exponent. Fifth law of exponent is x power minus m. Means here that this law is just based on this of negative power. When we are having negative power, like x is there any number, it is having a negative power, it did the reciprocal, because here is 1 and when we will do the reciprocal, we will the x will come at the denominator side and the power will become positive. Next case is when we are having the reciprocal but the power is negative, then again we will do the reciprocal and the power will be again positive. Here we will clear with the help of example, like I am having 3 power minus 2, power is negative, so we have to do the reciprocal, it will be 1 by 3 power 2. 2 has become positive. So when we are multiplying 2 times, what we will get? 3 into 3, that is 1 by 9. Now if there is a number that is 1 by 7 minus 3. Now it is in a fraction form and the power is in negative sign. Then we have to do the reciprocal as per the rule that if there is negative power, we have to do the reciprocal. So when we will do the reciprocal, it will be 7 by 3. Very simple. That when we will do the reciprocal, this 1 will come at the denominator side and we never writes 1 at the denominator, so it will be 7 by 3 and the power will become positive. So it was also a very simple law of exponent. Next one is the most easiest, that when anything is having a power of 0, it will always be equal to 1. That any number is there 6, it is having a power of 0, it is equal to 1. No calculations. For example, 5 is there, it is having power 0, it will be 1. Very simple. Like for example, we will take a fraction also. 7 by 3 is there and this whole is having a power of 0. This will be also equal to 1. So it is clear that any number which is having a power of 0 is always equal to 1. So friends, now we have the last 2 laws of exponent. The 7th law of exponent is xy is having the power of m. Xy power m means there are 2 numbers, they are having a common power, that is m. Then the power will be distributed. The power is always distributed. If the 2 numbers are having same power or a common power, then that power will be distributed to both the numbers. So x into y is having a power of m, then it will be x power m multiplied by y power m. Means this m is for x also, for y also. And if these both numbers, there are 2 numbers x and y, if they are divided by each other like x by y, they are in fraction form and they are having a common power, that is m, then also the case will be same, power will be distributed to x also, to y also. X power m divided by y power m. So let's take an example. For example, there is 6x. It is having a power of 2. Here 2 numbers are there, one is 6, one is x. X we have taken here a variable. So this 2 will be there for x also and for 6 also. So it will be 6 power 2 multiplied by x power 2. So 6 power 2 means 6 into 6. So 6 6 are 36. Now x cannot be like x into x, it will be x square only, because we are not having a constant here, we are having a variable. That's why we will write as it is 36 into x power 2. It is our answer. Next case is same, just some different, like for example 6 power 7. There is a fraction 6 by 7 and it is having a power 2. So this 2 will be gone with 6 as well and 7 also. 6 power 2 divided by 7 power 2. And then you will get 6 power 2 means 6 into 6, it is 36. 7 into 7, 49. So it will be 36 into 36 by 49. So this is the answer here. Not this one. This is the answer. So here just the topic was that power will be distributed if there are two numbers and they are having a common power. So the last law of exponent is if there is a number x power m and it is equal to x power n, means the base is same and the numbers are equal, then the powers will be also equal to each other. Means there are two numbers, they are equal to each other, then the powers will be also equal. So these were total 8 laws of exponents. So friends, we have finished this chapter, that was exponents and powers. It was a very easy topic, very small topic. Just the full chapter is based on these laws of exponents, or you can say laws of indices. So in this video we discussed about what is exponent, what is a base, what is exponential form, what are the laws of exponents, and we did there some examples. I hope you have understood it. I will keep on making videos on another topics of maths as well. So stay connected with me and please tell your suggestions, your views in the comment box. That's all for this video. Thank you.